having a wonderful week so far. It's crazy energy. The eclipse energy is crazy. We are in Mercury's shadow. Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde. Yeah, there's a lot of things happening, and since the conjunction within Capricorn back in 2020, it seems to have unraveled. It's like taking a string and just pulling it, and then, loop by loop, the sweater starts to unfurl, right? It starts to come apart. And sometimes that does have to happen. Like, for example, it's old, it's something that is maybe out of fashion, what have you, that kind of thing. So it's time to make another that is more cohesive, or more conducive, I should say, of what we need. So we have several things going on. And if you, at the beginning of the video, I showed an update, and I posted that on my Facebook page. If you were not able to see that, there you go. And we have some important dates. Now, there's several different things that are going on in May, but these are the things that I wanted to highlight, as we have a lot of shifting happening. May has a lot of shifts going on. So, and it was at the very beginning. I mean, we started off the last day of April, which was Beltane, the ancient fire festival. That was the 30th, and then it went on into May 1st, which is common day known as May Day. And I hope you were able to go see what I was talking about with that. Now, some important dates to remember. 5/2, which is the 2nd of May, Venus moved into the sign of Aries. Then today, 5/5, is the Sun and Uranus in Taurus conjunction, and this is exact. So, and I will talk more about that, because that is really adding to this energy this month. Also, 5/10, Mercury goes retrograde at 7:47 p.m. Eastern time. Remember, everything that I do talk about is in an Eastern time zone, and you will have to adjust for your location. Also, the same day, Jupiter moves into Aries at 7:22. So Jupiter's going to move into Aries at 7:22 p.m. on the 10th of May, and then about 25 minutes later, Mercury is going retrograde. Then on May the 16th, we have our full moon in Scorpio at 12:14 a.m. That is also a lunar eclipse. And then the moon will move into the sign of Sagittarius at 7:50 a.m. On 5/20, the sun will be moving into Gemini at 9:23 p.m. Eastern time. 5/22, Mercury moves back into Taurus. Remember, Mercury is retrograde on the 22nd of May. So he's going to move backwards into the sign of Taurus at 9:15 p.m. On the 24th, the moon moves into Aries, and then that's at 5:39 p.m. And then at 7:17 p.m., Mars will move into Aries. So all of you Aries out there, if you have an Aries rising, you can really be feeling this. If your moon is in Aries, your sun is in Aries, and you have an Aries rising, you will really be feeling this. The other fire signs will feel it as well, but not as strong as the Aries is. Now, 5/28, Venus will move into Taurus at 10:46 a.m. Venus is really moving here. She's really getting some ground. She met up with Mars, and he helped her through Capricorn. And then, he had some work he needed to do, and she had to thank him, and she went on her way. And then on the 30th of this month, we will have the new moon in Gemini at 7:30 a.m. and that is Eastern time. So what is going on, everyone? What's going on? Yeah. And I have the chart here because I want to show you, this is today, Thursday, May the 5th, and happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. Those of you that celebrate. And you'll see here is Aries, and look at there you have Chiron. And right here is the separation that goes into Pisces. So you can see that Jupiter right here, it looks like a number 4, is at 28 degrees. So he's doing his best to inch on over to Aries. And like I said, he will be in Aries on the, let me check really quick. I forgot the date. I'm sorry. On the 10th. So 5 more days and he will be there. So this is the lineup. There's the sun, there's the moon over in Cancer. Has a nice square going on with Jupiter and Neptune. This is Pisces. This is Mars. This is Saturn. Saturn is still in Aquarius, and I'm going to talk about that. I'm putting together a piece that talks about this whole Saturn in Aquarius energy. And then this is Pluto still hanging out in Capricorn, but he's at 28 degrees, so he's trying to make his way. So the big one here is the Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus, and here you go. Right there is this placement. Put that up some if you can see it. It is right here. And you'll see cards under here, and I'll talk about them in a minute because these cards correspond with this Sun and Uranus conjunction in Taurus. So this is going to be at 14 degrees, and the Sabian symbol of this is a shellfish groping and children playing. So this is about self-discovery, sufficiency, self-sufficiency, separate level of being. It's like an emergence, and this is the energy of let it be and tend to your joy. So having fun, children playing, it's reminding you that creation, being creative and tapping into that imagination, that is so important for us. We get so bogged down in the lower level push work, grind, nose to the grindstone kind of way. We forget that we do have to play. We do have to relax. When we are relaxed and we are enjoying, that's when our mind can open, and that's when we can get our sparks of inspiration. When we are so bogged down in work, we cannot do that. We cannot create. We cannot get into that manifestation type energy that we want to be in. When we are constantly working, we're constantly grinding, constantly hustling, that's not a balanced life. That's not a balanced life. And that is not what we're here to do. We are here to experience life. And yes, while that may be an experience, we're not living to work. We are working to live. Now, I want to talk about Taurus a little bit. Taurus is, yes, it's security, it's self-worth, it's values, it's your possessions, it's structure. It's about your self-worth, beauty, arts, loyalty. It's our senses. It's determination, being practical and grounded. Also, it is about awakening and visualization. It is connected to the industry. It is about being resourceful, and this energy can be aloof and detached. this is also originality. It's being original and channelship. Uranus is the shock. It is the lightning, that is the flash of that big bolt that wakes you up. It's shaking off the old for the new. It's like, hey, you know, no, this ain't what we need to do. We need to shake off this, and we need to go forward. We need bigger and better things. So what is the old? Well, the old is the established ways that has existed in the past. It's the same old, same old. It's the status quo. And while Taurus kind of likes that kind of security, Uranus is reminding the sun here because the sun is the individual, right? So Uranus is reminding them, hey, you're losing vision of where you're going. You're being distracted. You're being bogged down. So if you want to change, if you want to grow, to glow up, because, you know, the sun, anyway, if you want to change, you're going to have to look at those old established ways that you have and change those ways that have produced the same thing over and over and over again. It's not about, it's looking at the whole picture. We have to look at the bigger picture here and see the whole, not see, oh, it's this and that. No, we have to see both of this and that and put them together and look at this status quo. Look at this same old, that everything is the same. Everything goes on the same. And we have to understand that this is part of the stuff that needs to change. This is part of the stuff that's the problem. It is just, you know, toting around baggage. Has, you know, the message I'm getting here is like, you know, those big trunks, those big traveling trunks that people used to travel around with, you know, like early 1900s. And it's like dragging that behind you and not needing anything in it, just a bunch of useless stuff. And you do not use it. It's not needed any longer. And honestly, it's just, it's toxic. It's not good. It's not good for you and going forward. So it's about letting that go and stepping up. The sun is the individual, and it's in a place of shakeup. So it's realizing that things that, you know, these things that need to be adjusted. Finding a way to take yourself to a different level. And, you know, something that is dear to you, that matters to you. You need to look at your values here. You have to break out of those unhealthy boundaries, and you have to, you know, step up to the healthy. You have to, you know, have healthy boundaries. You know, in our world, it's like our boundaries are a little blurred right now because we have social media and everybody's putting all of their life on there. So it's almost like nothing is private anymore. But we do not have to all have our life on air for everybody to see. You know, it's really none of my business what you do behind closed doors. And it's none of your business what I do. And, you know, it's understanding personal space and privacy, respect. Respect is the biggest thing. Now, I want to look at the cards really quick. I'm going to move this out of the way because this is why I have the cards here. Now, this is Taurus. Taurus is the Hierophant card in the tarot deck. It's the established way. It's the same old, right? Well, Taurus's planet is Venus, and the Empress represents Venus. And she's even got there's her sign right there. The number 3. The number 3 is on that card, which is, the number 3 is about creation. So we have creative energy here, just that I see it like a swirling pool of unlimited potential that is there. And then this is, we need to go with what is secure, what is practical, what is, what is it that we value, what is good for us. Now, the Strength card represents Leo, and it is number 8. And, we have the infinity sign. And if you'll remember, it is the Magician card that also has the infinity sign. And the Strength, as you see, she's petting this lion. This is about the inner strength. This is, standing tall in who you are and being confident, being you got this. You have got this. Number 8 reminds us, as above, so below, as within, so without. And then we have the Sun card, which Leo's planet is the sun. So I went ahead and pulled this out. And this is, you'll see the child here, the sunflowers, and he's having a good old time. This is about remembering that innocence of childhood and that joy. This is the Sun card is about, abundance, but this is abundance in a with the child on here, the blonde hair, this is, that's new beginning kind of things, newness. But it is awakening to, and not even, it's like, it's there, but it's awakening to a realization of who you are. It seems a lot of us get bogged down, and this keeps coming up because of the fact that we're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're allowing other things in our life and other things that are happening, the same old, to control our emotions, to control what is, what they believe, or, someone else believes that is better for us. It is, we can't release our self-sufficiency and our consciousness to someone else so they can tell us what's good for us and what's bad for us. You're the only one that can do this. As above, so below, as within, so without. We can't keep looking on the outside of ourselves for things that are within us. Now, let's get on to the other side here. The Fool card represents Uranus. This is Uranus's card. In the Fool, you see there's a 0 here. Zero is, it's kind of like that blankness of anything can happen. Now, numerology in tarot is a little different than numerology in like regular numerology that is practiced today. There's a little bit of difference there, and I do a tarot class and I do teach this, but my class right now is full, and I will put down information of when the next one will be available. But with this, you'll see he is got some of his belongings with him, but you see how small that is. This is stuff that he needs. This is stuff. There's blonde hair again. Again, we have the blonde hair. And blonde, which is about that newness, that it's the new beginning, it's the fresh start kind of thing. And this is, the Fool card tells you to trust in yourself, to trust in the universe, to trust in God, universe, divine, goddess, Allah, whoever your deity is. It's about trusting in this process and trusting in yourself. But also, there always comes a warning with the cards, is, it says that yeah, trust in yourself and take that risk and take that leap. But you might want to, just for a little bit of precaution, you might want to make sure there's ground underneath you, or there's something that you can fall back on, not necessarily that sort of thing. Just be careful that you don't get yourself involved into something that you're trying to get away from, for example. Some of us can leave one job and we go to another, and it's like, oh my goodness, this is just the same. It's the same situation, but different people. So we have to be sure that we're not getting into the same type of thing. The white rose that he is carrying is saying, this is a new beginning. This is a new beginning. And we have really been feeling that energy of a new beginning, a new time, and it's a freshness. We have a lot. We have the Empress, and we have the Sun, and we have the Fool. So this is a fresh beginning type of energy. And then I pulled the Star card because this represents Aquarius. Aquarius is our humanitarian. It's our visionary, and they look to the future. They look at the future. Aquarians are usually a step ahead of everyone else in their thoughts, and then the way they feel things. This is an air sign, so it's about getting that message. It's getting those messages, and you'll see that it's about what you are going to leave behind. Meaning, we have, I want to look at the stars really quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the 8th one is huge. There's a number 7 here, right? And the 7 is the seeker of all seekers. And that big star is reminding you that, you have to go for what you are. She's naked and she's got blonde hair again. So this is an innocence. This is your originally, before any of the before you got tainted, before you were before you got impressed with any kind of idea. For example, if you wanted to be a painter and your whole family wanted you to be a lawyer, and you went to law school, but you feel like you're not complete, you feel something's missing, and then you start painting again, and then all of a sudden you remember who you are. You allow yourself to emerge from a darkness. So this is really important, I feel, of what's happening and what's going on. And I'm just going to slide this right here because there's a few more things that I want to talk about before I end this and we get on to the tarot reading. So I want to go on with some different things that's happening that's really going to influence this. So we have Venus moving into Aries, and that will really highlight that new beginning energy. And this is new beginning in partnerships and relationships. It's very lively energy. This is like when Venus moves into Aries, this is a lover and a fighter. It is going after your desires, going after what you love, what you value, and not letting anybody get in your way. And that doesn't mean in a mean way. That means, you have an obstacle, you're going to find your way around it. You're determined. Aries is a pioneer, so you might be beginning a path that is new to you, or not really new to you. You've kind of felt it, but maybe in a different way. I can't think of. I'm showing like something. It's like I'm feeling something that is you, but you're taking it into a different way. it's rebirth, revamping and helping and placing these two things together and using them. I don't know. I'm sorry if I confused you, but it is about, going where no one has gone before and carrying, using your values, using your worth, what do you love? The finer things. This is about being happy. Venus loves the finer things in life, and she wants wonderful, loving relationships of all kinds. This friendships, partnerships, business relationships, and lovers. For those who are having issues in marriages, this can be a good time to rekindle those flames. This is the energy of springtime, and this is Beltane energy with Venus moving into Aries. You've got a feminine moving into the masculine, so that is definitely this is a new world being born. Again, go after what you want ceaselessly. It's very impulsive, though. Remember, there's always that other side. So it's very impulsive. So you might want to slow down a little bit. This is very independent energy, so don't get too bullheaded. And remember, it can make you very selfish. So we want to concentrate on being selfful, not selfish. Sometimes we do have to jump into that selfish role, but if we have our loved ones to consider and, other things that we're doing in our life, we do have to watch out for that. So this is constant creativity, and Venus in Aries can be tough love as well. So those are going to be the highlights going into next week, and I will be back next week. I'm running a little bit slow. I've had some things going on here, and I've had a few things I've had to deal with and handle myself. I've had to do that self-care and that self-nurturing. I've had to take care of myself, and that happens. It is a busy time of year. Aries season usually pushes us, and then Taurus says, okay, we got to make it happen. We got to make it happen. And things just, we're always having to step back for a little bit and, adjust ourselves so we can sail on smoothly for a little bit at least. And then we have to adjust them again, because that's one thing is change. Our life is about constant change, and that's something that we need to take in. And this is good because we can take the good, release the bad, and then, transform transform the bad into something good, right? Energy is neither destroyed or created. It is transformed. So need to be a little alchemist and make that happen in our life. So that is it for the astrology, and I'm going to take a little break, and I'm going to come back with the tarot reading.